Hello and welcome again, dear student. Today we are here with our practice question of consignment and branch account. So we are starting our slides with question of consignment account. This is very important question. So let's check the category of the question: consignment at invoice price and sharing of profit by consignee. So this is one of the important concept in this question we have. On 1st October 2003, an export company of Delhi sent 300 bales of cloth to John Smith of Mumbai. So John Smith is consignee and export company is consigner. Okay. So cost price of each bales was rupees 600, but invoice price was kept in such a way that 20% gross profit could be earned on sale price. So invoice price is 20% on sale price. Okay. So you will have to convert cost price into invoice price. On 1st December 2003, consignee informed that he sold 2 by 3 goods at profit of 25% on sales, and he incurred 2000 on carriage, tax and clearing, and rupees 1000 on sales expenses. Okay, so he sold 2 by 3rd part of goods at a profit of 25% on sales. So this is very important because you will have to calculate commission. Rupees 900 were incurred by the consigner earlier. So these are 900 are the expenses of consigner. Consignee gets a commission of 5% on sales and 1/4 profit after charging his commission, and profit 1/4. So the 25% he will get more profit after charging his commission and profit. Okay. And 31st December 2003, John sends his acceptance for the balance due. Open necessary account in the books of consignor. So this question is very important about the profit share of John and his commission. Now we should start the question with consignment account. So dear student, as you can see in this consignment account, we have two goods sent on consignment is 2,25,000. So how this figure comes out? Okay, because consignee receives or consigners sent 300 bales of rupees 600 each. So it becomes 1,80,000. Okay, but the price invoice price is 20% on gross on sales price. So how will you calculate it? The simple way of the calculation is cost price multiply 100 upon 100 minus rate. So cost price multiply 100, so cost price is 1,80,000 multiply 100 upon 100 minus rate is equal to 100 minus 20, so it will becomes 80. So this is your working note number 1. So in our last slide we have working note number 1 where you can find out the calculation. This is the calculation: 100 multiplied by 600 multiplied 300 by 80. So this is the conversion of cost into invoice, 2,25,000. Okay, now come back to the slides again. And after that, to cash expense to cash account, these are expenses of consigner. And then we have to John Smith, these are expenses of consignee about carriage and sales expenses, 2,000 and 1,000. And then we have to John Smith commission, this is commission of consignee 8,000 rupees. So how it comes, let's check. So before the calculation of consignee, we should check the sales. The sales is 1,60,000. On the other part you can see of the question, by John Smith sales is 1,60,000. Okay, so how it comes sales 1,60,000? This is working note number 2. So dear student, this is very clearly given in the question. He sold 2 by 3rd of the 2 by 3rd goods at a profit of 25%. So how it comes the sales amount, let's check. 300 bales were sent to him, he sold 2 by 3, it means 200 bales he sold. And 200 bales he sold, rupees 100 minus 25 at 25 at 75%, it means these are the price. So cost of 200 bales is 200 multiply 600, 1,20,000, and he sold more than he sold 25% profit on sales. So how will you get the 25% profit on sales? What is the price of that goods? So this is cost price multiply 100 upon 100 minus R. So 1,60,000 is the selling price of the goods whose cost price is 1,20,000. Okay, so this is the way to calculate 1,60,000 sales price, and he is entitled to get 5% commission on this price. So in this third calculation you have 1,60,000 at 5%, it is 8,000. So 8,000 is the consignee commission. Okay. So I hope that working note number 3 and working note number 4 both should be clear to all of you. Now we have consignment stock suspense account. So this is consignment stock suspense account means in the calculation of closing stock, definitely we will have some definitely we will have some amount of profit which is included because goods are sent on consignment. So we will calculate load as we already calculated this in our earlier question. So as you can see, so first of all we should check the consignment stock. So by goods sent on consignment, by consignment stock we have 75,967. How it comes, let's check. This is working note number 4. So closing stock, 300 bales were supplied, 200 bales sold. So closing stock of 100 bales multiply 600 the cost price. So total cost price of the remaining stock is 60,000. But goods were supplied on invoice price. So you will have to convert this price. So invoice price of the 100 bales is 75,000. In this 75,000, 2/3 good is sold. So 1/3 is good remain. Okay. So 900 expenses by consignor. So 1/3 of these expenses, and 2,000 were made by consignee. So 1/3 of these expenses. So it will become 300 and 667 respectively. Now the total figure is 75,967. This is your figure of closing stock. Okay. On this value we have consignment stock suspense account. So how you will calculate it? So I hope this closing stock calculation is clear to all of you. 75,967. Now here we have 75,967. Now let's check the buy goods sent on consignment account loadings, 45,000. So dear student, this 45,000 is the difference of good consigned at cost at invoice. So at invoice it is 2,25,000 as we calculate earlier. But what was the cost price of good consigned? It was only 1,80,000. So 2,25,000 minus 1,80,000 remaining is 45,000. This is the load which is included in the good consigned value. So 45,000. Now what is the load included in the closing stock? Again there is a very simple way of calculation. Closing stock according to IP and closing stock according to CP. So closing stock according to IP is 75,967, while closing stock according to CP, it is only 60,967. So difference figure is 15,000. This is consignment stock suspense account. Okay. Now we comes to the commission done, and one more thing which is remain. This is our share of profit. This is 5813. How it comes? This is very important part. So my dear student, you will have to calculate, because the line of the question is this, that he is entitled to get 1/4 profit after charging his commission and profit also. Okay. So 1/4 profit means 25% profit. So how it comes? Now let's check in our working note. This is our working note number 7. So this question is very important in terms of working note. Question number 7. So first of all you have to calculate the balancing figure. 160 plus 75,967 plus 45,000. These are the figures of the credit side. And 225 plus 900 plus 3,000 plus 8,000 plus 15,000. These are the figures of debit side. Now the difference figure is 29,667. Okay. So in this value you have to calculate 25% profit after charging such profit. So when your question is asking about after charging such profit, so you will have to apply the formula amount multiply rate upon 100 plus rate. By this way you can get the amount of commission. So here we have the formula amount multiply 25 upon 100 plus 25. It comes 125. So it is your answer 5813.40. So this is the way to get commission extra profit of consignee 5813. So after putting all these value you can find out the balancing figure. So as you can see, debit side is less than credit side, Therefore we have to profit transfer to P&L account. This is 23,253. So this is the amount of profit which is transferred into P&L account. So there is a profit on consignment. Okay, dear student. Now you have to make consignee personal account and goods sent on consignment account. So goods sent on consignment account is very easy to make, because in your consignment account many times we have goods sent on consignment account. So according to the rules of ledger posting, you can post all the things on opposite side. So this way you can get your goods sent on consignment account. After that we have a John Smith account. So this account you can also make with help of consignment account. So in that consignment account where we have John Smith, so we can put in this account on its opposite side, and the balancing figure is by bank. This is the amount which he accept to pay the consignor. So this is your bank balance and profit in your consignment account. So dear student, this question is very important. It is not possible to get 100% after listening the solution of question, but you will have to try it yourself. I uploaded the question on your Moodle account, and you will have to try this question by yourself. After that you will get the answer very easily. Now comes to the next slide of the presentation. The next slide of the presentation is based on something different, like it's a question of branch account, dear student. So first of all you should read the question very carefully. This question is specifically about finding out of closing profit, closing stock. X company has its branch at Lucknow. Goods are invoiced to its branch at 20% profit on invoice price from the following detail. Prepare branch account in the books of head office showing branch profit. Okay, so this is the question where you have to make a branch account in the books of head office. Now let's do the question. So dear student, this question is about branch account. So X company limited has its branch at Lucknow. Okay, and following are the information. Goods supplied to branch at invoice price. So this question is on invoice price. So you will have to calculate some amount of profit which is included in the value of a stock, and you will have to post that amount on the other side of the account. Okay, wages paid, rent paid, sundry expenses, cash sales, cash received from debtors, credit sales, discount allowed to customer, goods supplied, and goods returned by customer. So this question is silent about the closing value of closing stock. So you will have to calculate that closing value with the help of your memorandum stock account. Okay, now let's start the question. So we have branch account in the books of head office. First of all, to goods supplied to branch, this is at IP. Second, to cash, all the expenses, wages, rent, sundry expenses. And then come to the credit side. By cash, it's cash sales, and amount received from debtors, it is 10,000 given in the question. Okay, now branch debtors account. So you will have to make branch debtors account also, because branch supplying goods, branch selling goods at credit. Therefore you will have to make branch debtors account. So this branch debtors account is 600 is the balance of branch debtors account. Let's check the branch debtors account. So in this branch debtors account, you can see that your branch debtor account start with the credit sale, and on the credit side your branch debtors account is reducing by the following amount: by cash received from debtors 10,000, by discount allowed them, by return inwards, goods returned by the customer 200, and this is the balancing figure 600 is the amount which is our branch debtors account closing balance. Now after that we have by branch stock. So this branch stock account is the balance of the memorandum branch stock account. It's a closing stock over at the end of year. So let's check how it comes. So branch stock account on the debit side, it will be increase. So to goods supplied to branch from head office, it is 38,000, and goods returned by customer 200. Now our total amount of goods we have 38,200, and it will reduce by the cash sales or credit sales and good spoiled. Okay, so 2,100 is our balancing figure which is remain unsold at end of year. So now the next figure, by goods supplied to branch, this is 7,600. How it comes, dear student? As you can see, the question is at IP. So 38,000 is the figure at IP. You will have to calculate the figure at CP also, and this is difference figure. So difference figure of goods supplied to branch. So according to the question, we have this 20% profit on invoice price. Okay, so 20% profit on invoice price. So on this 38,000, 20% profit is included. So we will calculate the 20% directly of 38,000. So we'll get the 7,600 as our amount of profit included in goods supplied on credit side. Okay, now let's check the debit side. To difference in the value of stock. So your closing stock is 2,100. It is at IP. You will have to calculate 20% of this 2,100. So this is the amount of profit which is included in the closing stock value. It will be posted on the debit side. So as it is come for 20. Now after that you have to find out the balancing figure on the debit side of credit side. As you can see, credit side is more than debit side. So this 3160 is your balancing figure, is profit and loss account. Okay, dear student. So as we have the answer of this branch account with the help of branch debtors and branch memorandum account. So you will have to solve this question again in your book, again in your notebook with the help of these slides, and I hope you will be attempt all the questions. And till then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. Thank you so much.